Hi, welcome to today's Facebook LiveCast on Help Me Help Mama with Doug and Cindy. I'm glad you're here today. Today we're going to be just answering a few more caregiver questions. So if you have questions, please enter them in the comment box below. And if you know someone else that this information would help, please share it with them. We would really appreciate it, and I know they would too. So we have got several questions along the lines of this first one. And Cindy, since you got your hands full, oh, by the way, Peaches the cat
is here today.
star of the show. So Peaches is kind of, as you can tell with the way we're dressed today, kind of like cool. We last night we came out and picked most of the persimmons. We got a few left here because we didn't want the frost to get them, but there's a few left. So anyway, I guess that means it's getting to be winter time in Arkansas. So okay, Cindy, number one, helping her get through the day. She's not feeling well. So how did you help your mom when she was declining, just to get through the day when you knew she just wasn't feeling well?
Which was pretty much every day because of, she had a heart condition and she had to have oxygen on. So I babied her. I did. I babied her, spoiled her.
Kind of like Peaches the cat.
Kind of like Peaches. But, she did basically the same thing for me when I was growing up. She taught me a good work ethic, definitely. Set me on a good path. But by the same token, she made sure that I was comfortable and I was fed, I had clothes, and that I enjoyed what I was doing. So you gotta baby your loved one. And I know it's hard, but basically I became my mama's mama. And the roles reversed. So I just did what she did for me. And the whole thing about it was my mindset. You can change your caregiver day by changing your perspective. So if you think when you wake up, oh my God, it's going to be so hard today. I'm going to have to lift her, going to have to transfer her, going to have to clean her, going to have to bathe her. You just go, okay, let's see what we can get done today. And just try to make your day, you make it good. It's going to be what you make it. And you will become the caregiver that you decide to be. That's what I did.
And I know you, all sort of things to make her feel comfortable, make her feel engaged. One of the questions down here, what to do to keep the patient engaged or keep the one you're caring for engaged. I know your mom loved to shell pecans, so we would buy cracked pecans by the bucket full.
5-gallon bucket.
5-gallon bucket full, and she would love to shell pecans. Some people would think that was hard labor shelling pecans, but that's what she loved to do. And so she would just sit there and pick through pecans for hours, and then, okay, these are done. I guess we could have set up like a pecan distribution center. Probably missed her chance on that, but anyway, we had pecan pies and all kind of pecans.
Short rolls. Yep.
And this relates to the other one too. How to not be offended when your loved one doesn't even show that they appreciate what you've done or the things you've gotten for them to be comfortable.
Why did you get something for them in the first place to make them comfortable? Did you really do it for them, or did you do it for you? You knew that a cushion, I knew that a cushion that looked like an egg crate, it was going to be softer than a solid one. So it made me feel good to seek that out and to get that kind of cushion so that Mom would be a lot more comfortable. For a lot longer, she, excuse me, would be a lot less likely to develop sores, bed sores. So I did it for me because it made me feel good that I was doing something for her. Because when I was growing up, that's the kind of thing that she did for me, to make sure I was comfortable and, and healthy. So that's why I did it. You also need to think, if your mama's got some form of dementia, she may not even realize what you're doing. She may not be able to make the connection to say thank you. So just know in your heart that she does appreciate it. and you are doing an awesome job keeping them at home. You really are. It's a very hard job with many, many tasks every day, and you're doing it. You're doing it.
So, all of these are for you today. Coping strategies for caregivers that have no one to help. You know, we see a lot of caregivers that it is tough. A lot of times it's just you. You're it. Maybe you have siblings. Maybe the siblings are not helping. Maybe you're an only child and you're it. Maybe your dad or mom is deceased and your dad's deceased and it's just your mom and it's just you and her. And, you know, a lot of times it's a thankless job. It's a lonely job. Nobody knows. No, it seems like nobody cares. If your mom has dementia and you're caring for her, it may seem like she doesn't even care. A lot of times they say hateful things, and it's tough. And how do you cope? How do you? I know your mom didn't have dementia, but for a long time it was just you, and then eventually professional caregivers come in. So how did you cope?
A day at a time, actually a minute at a time. And I learned to respond to her instead of reacting, because yeah, every once in a while she could say something mean, but you know, I knew it was because there was some discomfort there. Either it was because it was hard for her to sit, because she had lost most of her body fat, she had gotten real thin, so I knew she was uncomfortable. So I just do my little cock my head sideways and go, well, and that'd make me smile and I could respond instead of reacting to the things that she did. Another thing I did was, my favorite pair of earrings used to be this little S for the Superman. So I've lost them. They're gone, but I used to really enjoy wearing those. And I thought about that. Okay, just Superman earrings, and it takes superpower to do this. So that would distract me. I had just a bunch of weird coping mechanisms, but you know,
Little things help.
The little things help, and you've got to do what you've got to do.
Okay, one more, and then it is cold out here. How to prevent caregiver burnout. So what do you do to keep from just being totally burnt out?
Again, moments at a time. If you are blessed to have family that will step in and help, or members from church. We had several members from church that would come over and visit with Mom. And this one lady, Echo, that we've talked about, would come and visit, give me a short break. Doug would stay there, and I would take a break. Do things for yourself, even if it's just a couple of minutes. I'd get in the shower and cry. That was stress relief. It was a coping mechanism. Helped me get through the day.
So, some great tips today. So, we've got a bunch more, but it's cold and tomorrow's another day. So, tomorrow we'll probably be in the office. We'll probably go down there after church and answer a few of your questions tomorrow. And thank you for joining us today. A lot of you watch this later. I know most of you do not watch it live because you're busy doing your family caregiving duties when it shows live, and you watch it later in the day. If you have questions or comments, please type them in the comment box and we'll see them and try to answer them in the next day's live cast. And please share this with someone today that you think it would be beneficial for. So thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you again tomorrow on Help Me Help Mama LiveCast.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later.